Hi there, time for another video. Why not? Again, I've been listening to some soul and disco LPs, and some of these are perhaps not very well known, but I think they should be because they're pretty good on the whole. See what you think. Starting with this one by a group called South Road Connection. Sweet Ride is the name of the LP, and this is a really, really good disco record. The title track, Sweet Ride, really fun. Lots of blaring horns, really going for it. Love this record, really nice. And the whole album really stands up. A lot of disco records can be a bit patchy. Moments of brilliance and moments of utter cheese, or moments where it just doesn't really work. This one's pretty solid from start to finish. Really nice soul tune on here as well. Easy loving feeling. I really like this. Looking at the people involved, I can't say I know any of them, but I do believe this group, South Road Connection, did have quite a few records, but this record is not one that you see very often, but I heard about it and was quite interested by it and kept my eye out, and many years later, finally a copy did come up. It's one of those records which doesn't tend to be expensive, but is actually quite rare, or so it would appear. I didn't pay anything particularly for it, but really nice. On Mahogany Records from 1978, that is South Road Connection, Sweet Ride. Highly recommended. Give you a taste. Here's an interesting guy by the name of General Crook, and quite a natty dresser as well. Not sure what's going on there on the back cover here. Actually, if you check this guy out, he seems to have lots of pretty wild outfits. Looking at other photos of him, and he was a singer. This is an album called General Crook, and it's from 1974. Any names I recognise? Just glancing through, no, but I quite like it. All self-produced and arranged, and on the Wand label, this one. It's not really a disco record. It's more of a what do they call it? Modern soul, I think they call it nowadays. But yeah, it's a soul record, and it's a pretty good one. Some really nice songs on here. Quite funky, obviously, and a bit more chilled out ones as well. What's one I really like? Thanks But No Thanks. I think that's a big tune off this one. There's other good stuff here as well. Just looking through, he wrote all the songs himself, although it does end with a version of If This World Were Mine by Marvin Gaye. But yeah, an interesting LP, this one. Worth checking out. Again, it was one I'd heard on the internet, but again, doesn't come up very often. Not hugely expensive, I don't think. I certainly didn't pay that much for it, but yeah, quite pleased to get it. Okay, next up we have an artist by the name of Clifford Currie. Interesting. And this is more of a straight up soul record, but it's not actually an LP in such. It is more of a greatest hits, as it says, greatest hits, then and now. Now, Clifford Currie had started out in the 60s, and you've got a lot of that on the first side, the then side, which has all his old 60s stuff, very much in the Northern Soul style. And then the now side, which is from when this record came out, which I'm assuming must have been late 70s, maybe early 80s, something like that. I'm a bit more of a fan of the now side. It's more my taste, but I think that's probably something for a lot of people on the then side as well. The two big tracks I really love here, I Love Women and Moving in the Same Circles. Really nice. Very hard to find and pricey on 45, so it's nice to get this. This is one of those records, again, doesn't come up very often, but I saw it. Didn't cost me a huge amount, so I thought, well, why not? I'll go for it, and I did. And I'm quite pleased with it. Clifford Currie, an interesting one. If you look carefully, looks a bit like Chris Kamara from Sky Sports, if you know your football. Yeah, some good stuff on there. See what you think. Okay, and the next one is more of a disco album, and it's kind of operatic in a way. This is a group called Brandy, or Brandy, I think. Nice artwork. Their claim to fame is they were actually the backing singers for Millie Jackson, and you can certainly hear that because the main song, the really great song on this album, which opens the album, is called You Accuse Me, and it's very like a Millie Jackson song, and it kind of builds up in layers with the tension, the suspense. There's a bit of monologue here and there. There's some very stabbing horns, and it's really great production. Like a soul opera, that tune. Really nice. The rest of the album's pretty good as well. They've got some nice versions of well-known tunes like How Long and Rhythm of Love. How Long done by Thelma Jones, and Rhythm of Love by Marlena Shaw, amongst others. But yeah, fairly solid LP. Bit harder to find, that one, but perhaps not very well known. That's on the TK label, and I think I've got, yeah, nice TK in the sleeve there, and that's 1978. And really great group. I'll give you a bit of soul opera there with You Accuse Me.
The other night you came in mad, just about 12 o'clock. Accused me of another man. I swear I haven't got for no reason. You create a fight. Then you rush out and leave me crying in the middle of the night. There's no answer when I try to defend myself. Ask his name.
one more record. Again, this is quite a sought after one. And it's an interesting one. It's from about 1981. Yeah, 1981 on the M&M Records label. This is Gemini, and Gemini Rising, I think is the name of the LP. It's not great all the way through, but when it's good, it's really, really good. This is boogie soul and some more slower two-step numbers on here as well. But when it's good, it's really good. The opening track, Ain't No Love Better Than Your Love. I mean, you can see somebody like Michael Jackson, what a huge influence that kind of sound was having at the time, because there's a lot of similarities, that sort of bass synthesizer and that thing. I mean, I don't think it's just Michael Jackson, perhaps there's a lot more to it, but yeah, comes out, really good song for an upbeat number. And then you've got Can't Throw Away a Good Love, nice two-step, slightly slower number. And yeah, some pretty decent stuff throughout. So that's one. Maybe you've heard of it, maybe you haven't. But I like these kind of LPs, these obscure ones, these off-the-radar LPs. Got lots of hidden gems. That's what I love about soul music. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Till the next time, all the best.